Hey, how you doing? This is Coach Carvel Bailey, and welcome to another episode of Coach Carvel Bailey's Lunch and Learn. All right, this is season 4, episode 3. All right, today we're going to talk about exposure, right? What type of exposure does your athlete need? I hear a lot of parents talking about exposure. So let's talk about it. All right, we'll be right back after these few videos. All right, peace.
Well, it's to the point now to where a lot of AAU coaches don't like high school coaches. A lot of high school coaches don't like AAU coaches. And ultimately, it should be about the kid. Like ultimately at the end of the day. I want to talk to the parent, right? I'm going to talk to the high school coach. I may talk to the AAU coach. I'm old school, so I'm not necessarily going there, right? But I'm talking to the dean at the high school. I'm talking to the counselor at the high school. I'm talking to the parent. I think too many parents put their kids.
All right, let's do this thing. We ain't gonna let technology beat us. All right. So we talking about exposure today. All right, we're talking about exposure. What type of exposure does your athlete needs today? All right. We'll be right back.
Well, it's to the point now to where a lot of AAU coaches don't like high school coaches. A lot of high school coaches don't like AAU coaches. And ultimately, it should be about the kid. Like ultimately at the end of the day. I want to talk to the parent, right? I'm going to talk to the high school coach. I may talk to the AAU coach. I'm old school, so I'm not necessarily going there, right? But I'm talking to the dean at the high school. I'm talking to the counselor at the high school. I'm talking to the parent. I think too many parents put their kids' success in the hands of somebody else, be it the handler, the street agent, the recruiting service. They're putting, right, the AAU coach, even a high school coach. They're here in Chicago, true story. There are kids that have told their high school coach, like, I don't have to listen to you. Well, okay. All right. Reggie may talk to the high school coach. Will may talk to the AAU coach. Kendra may talk to the parent. Jazz may talk to the dean. But ultimately, who you are is going to show in everything that you do. So I think that parents have it wrong with talking about the AAU coach versus the high school coach, but it should really be the parent. Like parents have to take control of their kids and not really, worry about if it's the AAU coach or the high school coach, who should I listen to more? Because ultimately, if I don't have to listen to my AAU coach and he's coaching me or she's coaching me, or I don't have to listen to my high school coach and he's coaching me or she's coaching me, what do you think the college coach is going to think about them, right? Oh, well, at some point, you ain't going to listen to me either. So, yeah, I just think that they should really, really focus more with the parent and then those individuals within the school, right? Because they can be a great player, they can be a great teammate, but if they've been suspended 15, 20 times, Will don't want to see his school name on the ticker of ESPN because this kid now has been in a bar fight.
Go ahead, Will. Can I, what do the kids say? I'm going to keep it 100. Can I keep it like off cuff 100 real quick?
Yep, absolutely.
The quickest way, and there are a ton of kids that I've completely marked off my list. All right. If a kid or a parent, if I'm trying to have a conversation and they shut me off and they say, no, you got to go talk to this guy first. If it's a handler, you got to go talk to this AAU coach first. They're off my list. I'm not talking to you anymore. Because if the kid and the parent can't tell me who they are and what they're about and what they want, I ain't talking to the handler or the AAU coach at that point. They're supplemental to me. So I'm going to get to know the kid, and then I'm going to get to know the parent. And then, yes, if there's an AAU coach that's important, or you got an uncle or a brother or a whoever that's important, yeah, I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm going to chop it up with those cats. But if you send me to a handler or an AAU coach before you tell me who you are and what you're about, you're off my list, period.
Ooh, okay then. That right there. Mm.
All right, y'all. Let's jump to it. All right, welcome to another episode of Lunch and Learn. I ain't gonna be before y'all that long today. All right, we got my man Dino in the building. They do all that. Then need video from the high school coach. Exactly, right? They always got to come back to the high school coach. All right. We could do all of this holistically, have a roundtable and find out. Absolutely. But we kind of see, y'all know I'm at work. I'm looking at something. Are the needs of the kids and the parents, as well as the expectations of the coaches. And so to Dino's point with the video, what we're talking about today is exposure. A lot of parents, I hear the word all the time. We need exposure for our athlete. Well, what type of exposure are you looking for? What type of exposure are you expecting? And I just want to give you 3 different types of exposure that all parents today, all parents don't necessarily have to depend on the high school coach or the AAU coach. You can help your kid get exposure right now. And I'm going to tell you three ways. All right. First of all, we're talking about atmosphere, environment, and experience. I got my notes here, right? The atmosphere. Help your athlete get involved and understand the college atmosphere. What's the college atmosphere? Has your child been to a collegiate basketball game? It doesn't matter on what level. What colleges near you in your area that you can go watch and take in a full college basketball game? All right. Where if your athlete wants to play on a certain level, they have to feel the atmosphere of that level. Again, everybody say, I need to get my kids seen. Exposure, thinking that you want a coach to look at your kid. Well, what can your kid do to help themselves so when the coach does look at them? A lot of kids want exposure, but they wind up getting exposed in the end because they haven't even focused on these 3. So the college atmosphere, go take in a college game, a real college game, right? Those people and coaches will bring recruits in on like basketball recruits on a big football day, right? But you can go to the football game yourself, the basketball game yourself, even if this isn't an official visit. And then more so, what about checking out the practice? Go check out a college practice and just sit down and watch how they work out. I've been to a few college practices this year, right? College workouts this year. And you'll be amazed at the number of high school kids that cannot, it doesn't translate. They were so busy looking for exposure in their AAU and their club and all that, to where now when they get an opportunity to play college, they're totally lost. I've always talked about it. The biggest thing that hurts athletes is the language. They don't understand the language. They don't understand the expectations. So they get there and they're totally in shock because AAU ain't college basketball. Don't let nobody fool you. That ain't college basketball. Totally different. But check out the college atmosphere. Go check out a game. Go check out a practice. All right. And then what's the campus environment? You and your athlete can take a personal school visit. You can walk on a college campus, go to the bookstore, go walk inside of the lecture halls. You may not be able to get in the dormitories because that's private, right? And for safety reasons. But you can walk in the lecture hall. You can walk in like the financial aid office. Like, get your kids to understand what a campus environment looks like and feel like. Again, stop it. Stop trying to depend on this coach, this handler, whatever, to get your kid experience. You can do it yourself. Go on a campus visit. Check out some of the campus activities. College campuses have a lot of activities for the public in their community all the time. Go get that environment, take in that college environment. The third thing is check out and get your athlete involved with the experience of college. What does that mean? Go to your local college basketball camp. Go to your local college basketball clinic. Go to your local college camp, like summer camps. Doesn't even have to be sports. They have academic programs too. But go get the experience of being involved in the college things. So let's scrap the exposure as you know it. Let's worry about the college atmosphere. Let's worry about the campus environment. Let's worry about the college experience. All right. So with that being said, right, way that most athletes can do it, especially if you're in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, surrounding areas to Chicagoland, right? My company, Blessed Ball Consulting, is hosting a junior college jamboree on October the 9th, right? Put your kid in the space to see a whole bunch of junior college teams with a whole bunch of junior college coaches, with a whole bunch of four-year coaches coming to watch those people. Come and soak in the experience, the environment, and the atmosphere on the next level. All right, does that make sense? All right, so if you want to know more information about the JUCO Jamboree, and I have parents, right, say like, can I put my kid, this is the business side of college basketball. This is what colleges do to prepare for the season. Has nothing to do with high schoolers. All right. Now, if your athlete wants to get better, then definitely reach out to me. We are starting our game changers, right? We are starting our fall game changers. Yep. Southern California checking in. I checked on your nephew too. G, I checked on your nephew. He is doing well, right? He is doing well out here in Chicago. He is doing well. All right, so you'll be happy to hear that. Tell him, to reach out to me, right? I talked to his coaches yesterday. They're playing in our jamboree, right? So your nephew, right, he'll be to meet me. They playing in our jamboree. All right. So, all right, register for our game changes. All right. This is the link by Game Changers Academy, October 22nd to December 17th. All right. Need any information? Get back to me. All right, y'all see what's happening. It's time to go. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. Hope this helps.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed of All, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed of Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed of Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed of Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed of Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed of Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Use your mentality to master the craft. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it. And my name is Strategic.